Hello, cat lovers. If you're fascinated by elegant felines full of personality, this video is for you. Leave your like, subscribe to the channel, comment what you love most about Siamese, and share with your friends so more people can discover the history and curiosities about this incredible breed. The Siamese cat is, without a doubt, one of the most recognizable and admired feline breeds in the world. With its exotic appearance and striking temperament, it has been winning hearts for centuries. The history of the Siamese cat is a journey that spans time, connecting Oriental royalty to Western living rooms. Its evolution is a testament to natural selection, human intervention, and a unique genetic characteristic. The origin of the Siamese is unquestionably the ancient kingdom of Siam, now known as Thailand. Unlike many breeds, the Siamese's history is not one of recent selective breeding, but rather a natural and ancestral lineage, where the first records come from Thai manuscripts, such as the Tamramu, Book of Cat Poems, dating from the 14th century, around 1350. These texts already described cats with the distinct characteristics we now associate with the Siamese, with their elegant and majestic body, light fur with dark extremities, and blue eyes. These cats were much more than mere pets. They were considered sacred animals, guardians of temples and palaces, and companions of royalty. There was a mystical belief that the souls of royal family members resided in the bodies of these cats after death, which gave them a status of reverence and protection. They were national treasures, and export was not authorized, which helped maintain the purity of their lineage for centuries. The discovery of the Siamese by the West occurred in the late 19th century, and it is believed that the first specimens were diplomatic gifts sent by Siamese kings to European dignitaries. The most famous milestone was in 1884, when the British consul in Bangkok, Edward Blanco Gould, received from King Chulalongkorn a pair of Siamese, a male named Pho and a female named Mia, and then Gould took them to England, where they were exhibited at a cat show at Crystal Palace, in London, in 1890. The exhibition of these exotic cats caused enormous fascination. Their unique appearance and vocal, interactive temperament quickly captured the attention of cat lovers. From then on, the breed began to be popularized and spread throughout Europe and, later, the United States. The first Siamese breed club in the United Kingdom was founded in 1901. The evolution of the Siamese, since its arrival in the West, is also marked by a change in its morphology, driven in part by selection in beauty shows. We have the traditional Siamese known as applehead and the modern Siamese, known as wedge. For show style, the discussion between the traditional and modern Siamese is not just a matter of preference but reflects the evolution of beauty standards in feline shows and the genetic diversity within the breed itself. Traditional Siamese, applehead, old style, or classic, represents the original lineage of cats brought from Siam in the 19th and early 20th centuries. The term applehead is an affectionate description of its most striking feature. Its body, more robust, plump, and rounded, with a more compact musculature. The head, wider and more rounded, with prominent cheekbones. The muzzle is shorter and more rounded. The ears, generally smaller and more rounded at the tips, proportionate to the head shape, not as open. The eyes, more oval or almond-shaped, not as oblique, but still an intense blue. Legs and tail, shorter and thicker compared to the body. The tail is medium length. The temperament is vocal and affectionate for the breed, but some owners report that they may be slightly less hyperactive than modern ones, although this varies greatly individually. Less common in cat shows nowadays, but highly appreciated by those seeking their original Siamese appearance. Some separate breed associations work to preserve this type. Modern Siamese cat, wedge or show style, it is the result of an artificial selection process by Western breeders, especially from the mid-20th century onwards, to meet an ideal of elegance and refinement in show rings. The term wedge describes the shape of its head. The body, long, slender, and muscular, with a fine and elegant bone structure. The head, perfect wedge-shaped, gradually widening from the tip of the nose to the tips of the ears. The muzzle is long and straight. The ears, large and pointed, wide at the base and well opened, following the triangular shape of the head. The eyes, almond-shaped and oblique, slanted upwards towards the ears, with a deep, penetrating blue. Legs and tail, long, graceful. The tail is very long and tapered. Maintains intelligence, intense vocalization, and a need for interaction. They are often described as more energetic and athletic. This is the type of Siamese that dominates feline beauty shows and is the most recognized by major breed clubs, such as the CFA and TICA, as the standard for the Siamese breed. Both types are beautiful and possess the captivating personality. And the choice between one or the other usually comes down to personal aesthetic preference and, sometimes, the availability of breeders specializing in each lineage. The point coloration is the Siamese's hallmark and is one of the most fascinating examples of how genetics and environment interact to determine a physical characteristic. It's not just a matter of breed, it's a biochemical process directly linked to temperature. The key to the Siamese color pattern lies in a mutant gene that affects the tyrosinase enzyme. Tyrosinase is a vital enzyme in the melanin production chain, the pigment that gives color to skin, fur, and eyes. In Siamese cats, the mutation in this tyrosinase gene results in an enzyme that is thermosensitive, meaning its activity is directly influenced by temperature. It works like this. At warmer temperatures, above approximately 33 degrees Celsius, the tyrosinase enzyme becomes inactive or much less efficient. This means little to no melanin is produced in these areas. At colder temperatures, below approximately 33 degrees Celsius, the enzyme becomes active, allowing melanin production. And how does this manifest in the coat? When Siamese kittens are developing in the mother's womb, her body temperature is uniformly warm. Because of this, the tyrosinase enzyme is inactive throughout the fetal body, and the kittens are born completely white or pale cream. As soon as they are born and exposed to the external environment, the parts of the body that naturally lose heat more quickly and, therefore, become colder, are the ones that begin to produce pigment. These are the extremities, ears, muzzle, paws, and tail. This is a recessive trait, meaning a cat must inherit 2 copies of this mutant gene, one from each parent, to display the point coloration. Cats with only 1 copy will be carriers of the gene but will not have the Siamese coat. Over time, the dark coloration in these areas develops gradually over the first few weeks and months of life. A Siamese may have a more intense point color if it lives in a colder climate, or even if it has an injury that causes localized cooling, the fur that grows there may be darker. Asterisk: if you're looking for a calm, independent cat that only appears to eat and sleep, the Siamese is probably not the ideal breed for you. These felines are true personalities, known for their keen intelligence, striking vocalization, and a deep need for interaction. They are incredibly vocal and love to talk with their owners. Their meows are not the typical meows of other cats. They are more varied, with tones that can range from a soft purr to a measer, a deeper, louder sound, almost like a lament or a demand. They use this vocalization for everything: to greet you when you come home, to ask for food, to complain if the water bowl is empty, to let you know they want to play, or simply to express their opinions about what's happening in the house. If you are sensitive to noise, be prepared to have a companion who will always have something to say. Siamese form very strong bonds with their owners. They are extremely affectionate and like to always be close by. It's common for them to follow their humans around the house, from room to room, as if they were their shadow. Many owners describe their behavior as dog-like, as they may come when called, learn to fetch objects, and even walk on a leash. They love cuddle sessions and lap time, but this need for attention can border on neediness or clingy behavior. They don't like to be alone for long periods and can develop separation anxiety if they don't have company, whether from other pets or people. The intelligence of the Siamese is remarkable. They learn quickly and are extremely curious. They love to explore every corner of the house, investigate new objects, and solve problems. This intelligence means they need plenty of mental stimulation to avoid getting bored and, consequently, destructive. Interactive toys, food puzzles, wand play sessions, and even teaching tricks are great forms of distraction. And bored Siamese can learn to open cabinets, turn on faucets, or knock things over just to entertain themselves. They are cats with a considerable energy level. They love to play and need daily exercise to expend that energy. Hunting games, chasing, and climbing are favorites. Provide tall scratching posts, cat trees, and shelves so they can climb and observe the environment from above. This energy and playful nature make them excellent companions for active families and even for homes with children, provided that interaction is supervised to ensure mutual respect. In general, Siamese are sociable and can get along well with other pets, especially if introduced early on. However, their strong bond with their owner can lead to jealousy when new animals or people compete for attention. They need to feel included and be the center of attention in the house. Although they are loving, Siamese have a striking personality and can be quite demanding. They know what they want and will not hesitate to communicate it. If ignored or if their needs for attention, play, litter box cleaning, are not met, they can become temperamental or even develop undesirable behaviors, such as aggression or inappropriate elimination. In short, the Siamese cat is a vibrant and demanding, yet incredibly rewarding, companion. If you are looking for a cat that becomes an active part of your family, that talks to you, and that follows you around the house, the Siamese may be the perfect choice. They offer affection and entertainment in abundance, but in return, they ask for dedication, stimulation, and a lot of conversation. So, did you enjoy learning more about the majestic Siamese cat? Which characteristics surprised you the most? Leave your comment below, like this video if you learned something new, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next content, and share it with all the cat lovers you know. Your interaction helps us bring you more amazing information. See you next time.